Hey, what's going on, guys? I wanted to show you my driving range cage that I built in my backyard. First things first, if you're looking for a cheap way to build something like this is not your video. Cost me a few $100 to put everything together. In the description, I'll put down exactly what I used and my rough cost into making something like this. But what you're looking at is 10 feet by 10 feet by 10 feet, 10 feet high impact golf net that I purchased offline was perfect 10 by 10. PVC pipes that you see there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 10-foot PVC pipes. And then I ended up purchasing a 5-foot pipe to then cut to help connect the elbow joints and the tri level or the tree connectors as well. Then I'll zoom in to show you what I'm talking about on those. So the additional PVC pipe was used for like this bottom connector. What I needed to do, as you can see, is there's a 3 parts right there. I needed to cut probably a few inches to then cover the garden stakes that are actually in the ground. So there's 4 garden stakes that are in there. They're 5 feet or 6 feet long garden stakes that I literally threw the PVC pipe on top of after I put them in the ground. Um, so cut a few pieces here to connect those there. Everything else kind of fell into place. Obviously, there's a gap here because this net is kind of funky. Um, and I'll show you another area where it's kind of funky, which is in the back there. A little spacing back there. I do have an additional net that I'm going to put on to cover those corners. But what I wanted to show for sure is the connecting joints and why I got the additional PVC to cut. There it is again at the bottom. Cut a few pieces to go on top of the garden stake, but to connect the tri piece. The other PVC pipes connected on their own. Boom, bam, good to go. Let's see here. Same thing on the top. There's a little PVC pipe that I cut in there to connect the top elbow. PVC up there connected on its own, over there on its own, down there on its own. Zip tied the net down, which is great. Came out pretty well, not gonna lie. Yet again, if you're looking for a cheap option, this is not it. There are other options out there, but I have the space in my backyard, so I said, hey, why not build something that's gonna last? There's been a few high gust winds that have happened in the neighborhood. This thing held up pretty damn well, not gonna lie. Yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. But like I said in the description, I will put down everything that I used and how this is done. And yeah, go from there. Later.